Hi Gemini, welcome to Hoodie Priestess Tarot. I'm Jodine, your host, and we're going to start doing a reading for you today called Who's Thinking About You? And I'm using the Modern Life Oracle. And this reading asks you to use your intuition a little bit. The Modern Life Oracle is a collection of personalities. And so I'll ask who's thinking about Gemini, and I'll draw cards. And for instance, here's the passive-aggressive notes writer. Just pulling cards from the deck. So if we drew that card for you, you would have to think about, who does this most resemble in my life? Excuse me. Here's the gem rat. Now, here's the laundry mountain climber. I mean, the whole deck is like just a collection of personalities. So everybody in here won't probably resonate with you. And there's more than one Gemini. So some of these are going to be meaningful to some of you, some are going to be meaningful to others. And then I'll turn it around a couple times and say, who's Gemini thinking of? Okay, so we're going to do that. And then after we pull a personality out, then I'll use the tarot with that card to see what we need to know about that person. So let's get going. Let's give it a shot. Okay, who's thinking about Gemini lately? Who's thinking about Gemini? Who's got Gemini on their mind? Here we go. And we have the roommate diplomat. Okay. So, what do we need to know about, what does Gemini need to know about the roommate diplomat? What might this person be thinking about Gemini, or is there any message they want to send to Gemini for the roommate diplomat? Thank you. And we have here the Five of Wands. And the Nine of Wands. And we also have the Devil. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Interesting combination of cards here. Oh. Okay, I don't know if this is this actually a roommate for some Gemini? Somebody have a roommate who you're having a struggle with right now. Okay, so we have the card of struggle. And sometimes this can be people struggling with each other, or it can be people struggling to do something together. Like the challenge isn't the people, but the challenge is what they're working on together. And we also have the card of the wounded warrior. And this is a card of someone who never gives up, okay? It's also going to be a card about somebody who's got a lot of baggage, or somebody who's putting up a boundary. Are you struggling with a roommate, and are you guys sort of like delegating what turf belongs to whom? And we have the Devil, which would indicate some sort of toxic attachments, or attachments that are not good for you. And it could be relationships, or it could be other things too. Attachments to space, maybe, if you're dealing with a roommate situation, because it kind of looks like you are. But now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. And this doesn't look like a lost cause to me, because the Ace of Cups would be a cup of your feelings, okay? And we have the Four of Wands, which can be our kindred spirits, or the people who are in our community who we really vibe with. And we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a lot of things. In this reading, I think there are so many reasons why you guys like each other. Because here we have the relationship card. This could be lovers, this could be friends, this could be besties, this could be co-workers, and this is the Two of Cups. And we have the Queen of Cups, which is a card of our emotions. So I think you guys might be struggling maybe with, what's the word I'm looking for? Like territorial disputes, like you're working out the territory in your space, which I think you're sharing with each other. But there's a lot of reasons to believe that you're going to work it out, because I think you truly like each other. Okay? That's the way it looks according to these cards. Okay, let's ask another one. Who else is thinking about Gemini lately? Who else is thinking about our dear Geminis? And I hope you had a good birthday season with lots of festivities and celebrations. But now we're into the Cancer birthday season. Okay. Who's got Gemini on their mind? Let's find out. The influencer wannabe. Maybe you know somebody who's doing a YouTube channel. Okay, so the influencer wannabe is thinking about Gemini. We're going to take up our tarot card now and see, what do we need to know about that? Or is there any special message that the influencer wannabe would like to pass along? Right. And we have, there's that Two of Cups again. So some sort of relationship, you know, like I said, it could be lovers, could be friends, could be co-workers, could be business partners. Oh, we have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. Interesting combination of cards here too. And what's at the bottom of the deck? The Chariot. This is a relationship in which somebody is trapped in their thoughts. Like they're imprisoned by the way they're thinking. Like if they could just see things in a different way or think about things from a different perspective, it would change their whole outlook. But they are kind of trapped. Now this is the Six of Wands. It's also the card of Leo. So I don't know if that's important to you or not. It doesn't have to be. This is a card of getting attention, but it's also a card of being noticed for your achievements. Like this would be a card that would represent graduation. I wonder if this isn't a graduation because somebody's ready to move on now and take action with the Knight of Wands on the things they want to do. Because the Wand suit is a suit about what we're doing. And we have the Page of Wands underneath that. Okay, maybe somebody's starting a YouTube channel, but they're thinking about you. Maybe they can't stop thinking about you, Gemini. Maybe this is a person who is like in a transition in their life. Like they could be graduating from a program, or they could be getting an award or a promotion or something to do with their achievement. They're moving on based on their achievements, okay? But they're still thinking about you. And you must have had a relationship that fell apart. I wonder, because the Tower card is here, and then we've got the card of the Five of Swords, which I always call the asshole card. But really, it's about, I think it's about sharp words being spoken. I wonder if this influencer wannabe is somebody who you are very close to and probably still feel close to. Maybe you're not speaking to each other. And maybe this person is moving on, leaving town, or doing something, moving on in some way from where they've been. But they're still thinking about you very much, Gemini. And with the Eight of Swords, it can be a little too much. With the Eight of Swords, it would behoove a person to get out of their head. Get out of their head. Okay? It would do them good to get out of their head. It's like imprisoning yourself. It's like being in a prison of your own making. Okay, let's look one more time at who's thinking about Gemini. Who's got Gemini on their mind? And then we're going to ask who Gemini is thinking about. Okay, who's got Gemini on their mind? It's the passive-aggressive notes writer. Ooh, I love the passive-aggressive notes writer. I think I've been a passive-aggressive notes writer in my life, though not so much lately. Thank goodness. We graduated from that program. Okay, passive-aggressive notes writer for Gemini. Is there anything Gemini really needs to know about this person? They've got Gemini on their mind. Tell us more, tell us more. Thank you. Death. Bum, 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 bum. Something's going through a lot of changes. Something or someone. Hanged man. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody's in a big. And the Ace of Swords. What's on the bottom of the deck? This is Six of Wands again. So somebody is going through a lot of changes. They're changing. It looks like their perspective about something is in the process of changing. Because that's what the Hanged Man is. It's the person whose perspective changed. But it's a person who wants to actively shift their perspective. So it's not changing by accident. It's changing because they're working on it. This is a person who's working on themselves. They're changing their perspective. They're trying to see clearly about something, or they're trying to face the truth about something. They probably want to have a conversation with you, and it may or may not be an ouch conversation. It is a sword, though. They may want to tell you the truth about something. And the sword is also a tool, okay? It can be a tool for cutting something out, but I don't know if that's the case. Because I've got, well, here's the deal. It's that Six of Wands. It could be a card of achievement, but it can also be the card of getting attention. And in this case, it doesn't look so much like an achievement as an attention card to me. I think somebody would like you to notice something about them. Maybe that their perspective has changed. We've got the Queen of Cups right under that, which is the Queen of Feelings, big feelings. And we've got under that the Queen of Pentacles. Now, these two queens could actually represent people in your life, maybe. But if they just represent aspects, this is the Queen of Emotions. This is the queen you can go talk to. She'll listen to you. You can cry on her shoulder. She's your confidant. This is the queen, if you show up with trouble at her doorstep, she's going to bring you in and pat you on the back and make you something good to eat. She's the earth mama. She's going to take care of you. If you got an always, she's going to put a Band-Aid on it. But then here's the card of endings. And it's also the card of beginnings. So something in your relationship could very much be changing into something else. Or you could be saying goodbye. But it is the card of relationship. Okay? We are, I mean, we are dealing with a relationship here. Of course. And underneath that, again, we're back to that 8 of Swords. So I wonder if we're not still talking about the same person here. All right, now we're going to ask, who is Gemini thinking about? Give these cards a good shuffle. Who's Gemini thinking about? Who's Gemini got on their mind lately? Who does Gemini have on their mind? Oh, here's somebody. The Hungry Beast. Okay. Hungry Beast can represent a person, or it could represent something else. When I get Hungry Beast in my own readings, to me it means like my nicotine addiction, which I haven't done for almost a year, but it still bugs me. It still is a hungry beast. It wants to be fed. Okay, so what I have is the aggressive notes writer again. I'm sorry, Hungry Beast fell out, and that's why I picked it up. But the card that I drew for you is this aggressive notes writer. So they're thinking about you. You're thinking about them. Does Hungry Beast have something to do with this? I'm going to leave it on the table because it fell out looking like it wanted attention. It did, because I picked up all the cards and this one was still laying on the table. If this means something to you, you're going to have to decide, okay? But we do have aggressive notes writer on the table again. So let's look, Gemini, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about the aggressive notes writer? 5 of Wands. Yeah, some kind of struggle. What else? 2 of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Queen of Cups. So you do have a lot of feeling here too. Not just them, it's also you. Yeah, there's a lot of feeling between you. You've been struggling with something. I don't know if you're having a fight, maybe, but you're either going back and forth how you feel about this person, or the struggle between you is coming at a time when you particularly have a lot on your plate, or it could be both, okay? You're trying to keep some kind of balance, or you're trying to make up your mind on a decision. And once again, it's like either you are so upset about this relationship that you feel like you need some downtime, maybe some separation from this person, just to sort of, you know, a little bit of recovery, a little bit of soul searching, gathering your thoughts. How do you feel about me? You need to process it. Okay, or you've got to sleep on something. Trying to make a decision. Let me sleep on it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because this is the card of ceasing activity, and it can be a card of meditation, you know. In this context, though, I think you've had to back off and just sort of soul search a little bit. Queen of Cups is here, and this would tell me you have a lot of feeling for the person. I think we've really established that, isn't it? She's at the bottom of the deck, and right underneath her is Justice. And right underneath Justice is that relationship card again. I think you would like for things to be right between you. You know, you'd like to make things right. There's the Devil under there. You guys are struggling with something. But it looks to me like at least you would like to make things right. And I really feel like they would too. But maybe sharp words have been spoken and you guys just need a little time. Or you do anyway. Okay? Did Hungry Beast mean anything? I don't know. You're going to know that. I'm going to ask one more time. who's on Libra's mind, and then we're going to go ahead and do the Urban Crow Oracle for you. Okay? Who's on Libra's mind? The roommate diplomat. What is Gemini thinking about the roommate diplomat? Did I call you Libra? Or am I just imagining things? Did I call you Libra a minute ago? If I did, it's because I just did the Libra reading. If I did, I'm sorry. What is Gemini thinking about the roommate diplomat? One more shuffle. All right. The roommate diplomat. Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Wands. Got another two. Another card of decision. Had the Two of Pentacles last time. And we have, yeah, the Five of Swords. Bum, 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 bum. My little asshole card. And that Four of Swords again, boy. Four of Swords really prominent in your reading. I get a feeling this is Gemini, the same person, because you care for this person. Here's little Earth Mama, the one that'll take you in and bake bread for you and stuff. You do care for this person, but you're at a crossroads with them. I mean, something is making or breaking the relationship here. And I think it's been sharp words spoken in arguments, maybe more than one argument, okay? Somebody always has to have their own way. Somebody always has to be right. You know, I'm going to win this fight even if I lose my friend. Ooh, that's not a good one. And once again, I just need to gather my thoughts. I just need some downtime. I just need to give this a think. I need some recovery. Okay. All right, Gemini. Let's do your Urban Crow Oracle and see what it has to say. Urban Crow, we need a good oracle for Gemini, please. Gemini. Good oracle for Gemini. Oops. All right, here we go. Distance, yeah. Distance, number 14. 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 is disruption and change. So you guys have had a struggle that has disrupted your relationship, and it's changing your relationship. Okay, let's read the distance card. And then we're up into 20 some minutes already. I really want to keep these to around 15, but it just very seldom works. To get a lay of the land, sometimes you need to take a look from a distance. Distance indicates that you would be best served by taking a step back so that you can see the big picture, hangman energy here, while you may be focusing too narrowly on one area while there is a whole world out there to explore. You may need to consider if growth within a situation or a relationship is at risk of being stunted due to being overcritical or nitpicky. Are you able to see the potential even if there are a few flaws? Of course, you might find distance appears when you are too focused on one positive aspect of a situation or event while missing all of the negative outcomes that may potentially exist. Distance asks if you are too close to a situation to remain impartial or unbiased. You might benefit from taking a leave of absence or literally putting some distance between you and the situation by taking a trip. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Don't make any decisions in the heat of the moment. Try not to speak sharp words to each other. All right, Gemini, until we meet again, I love you. Take care, and bye-bye.